Since the return of constitutional democracy in the country, the people of Abia State have never been luckier and happier than they are today, with the dividends of democracy, which Governor Ikpeazu has delivered in a short time of tall achievements. Until the assumption of Governor Ikpeazu in office, the state grappled with insecurity, poor social services, investment flight, and general downturn in the fortunes of private and public enterprises. These deficits, as bad as they are diminished in terms of magnitude by the deep, rapidly worsening infrastructural collapse that left public buildings and roads in very deplorable conditions. The rot in school blocks and public buildings are felt mainly by pupils and civil servants who occupy them. The pains of deplorable road conditions regularly sparked outrage and outcries that tortured successive administrations in the state. Thus, the state of roads in Abia State has remained a prime index by which the people award performance appraisal on governors that manage the mandate and wealth of the people. In rising up to this challenge, the current administration of Abia State government is in the middle of delivering over 76 road projects expected to fully recover the urban status of key commercial and industrial centers and facilitate rapid economic development and enhance well-being of the people. The massive road project, estimated to go up hundreds of billion naira, according to Governor's spokesman, Mr. Eninaya Apollos, are part of Governor Ikpeazu's infrastructural rebirth program designed to form basis for economic recovery agenda of the government. Mr. Apollos said the agenda placed business vibrancy at the center of well-evolved strategy to grow the internally generated revenue of the state government to 5.0 billion naira per month in the medium to long term, adding that the new revenue base would also form the foundation for sustainable infrastructural development and delivery of quality social services to the people. He said the road rehabilitation projects are centered in the commercial city of Abia to enhance business activities, while development of new roads are targeted at rural areas to provide them access for evacuation of farm-based raw materials from rural areas to industries in urban centers. Out of the 76 road projects, 35 have been fully completed and commissioned, while the next 41 are at advanced stages of completion. He stated Governor Ikpeazu's resolve to ensure that none of the road project is abandoned. Also, the Commissioner for Education in the state, Professor Ikpeazu, said similar upgrade projects are going on at schools across the 17 local government council areas of the state to enhance physical structures and provide environment conducive for grooming white-collar and blue-jacket workers for public and private enterprises expected to drive development of the state. Professor Mboji, an eminent lawyer and academician, said over 28 schools in the state have been renovated and upgraded in terms of physical infrastructure and curriculum quality in order to meet the growing need for middle-level manpower required by small and medium-scale businesses in the state, particularly, and in the country at large. We have looked at the policy issues affecting education in the state. We came to realize that not much has been done since the British left Nigeria as a colony, because our educational model has been geared or focused on or towards raising people who can only read and write. We have a system in which artisanal work and vocational trade tend to be relegated to the background, and we believe it is wrong because at this level of our development, We do in fact need skilled workforce. We need people who can construct roads, people who can build good houses, people who can make chairs, people who can make furniture, people who can cook and sell food well, masons, painters and so on. So this system which we have now has, since the British came in here, been geared towards the training of clerks. We decided to refurbish the technical schools in the state. We have been hiring people who studied architecture, building technology for them to teach in the schools and try to give some pride of place to technical education. In fact, one of the schools that we renovated, much of the work was actually done by the students of Boys Technical College, BTC, Osusu. They know how to mold blocks. So I think it is time we began to rethink all these things. There is nothing wrong in somebody going to school to learn how to construct a road. Commissioner for Works, Honorable Izuju Ubani, explained that emphasis in infrastructural development in the state amplifies the critical role it plays as enablers for the 5 pillars of Governor Ikpeazu's administration. He pointed out that infrastructural development remains a key enabler for realization of government's objectives in health, education, commerce and industry. The government's target is to arrest infrastructural meltdown in Abia, explaining that not much is done in terms of creating lasting infrastructure, the type that will drive economic growth. Those were factored in terms of fashioning or defining what we are doing and approaches and systems we are using to tackle them. Governor Ikpeazu states that any road the administration builds must be connected to something that promotes the economic activities for the state. It is therefore the indices of road rehabilitation and general infrastructural development that Governor Ikpeazu stands tall among governors that held the reins in Abia State. With about 76 road projects and drainages spread across the 17 local government areas of the state, the developmental impact of the governor in his first 18 months in office is ground-shaking. More importantly, is the philosophy that drives the multi-billion-naira investment in roads and drainages. The road projects are geared towards promoting economic activities that address social problems like employment, business opportunities, and enhanced service delivery. That philosophy explains the full attention the governor has given to roads in Abia, the industrial and commercial hub of the state. It will be the beginning of a new phase of empowerment for small and medium enterprises in the state. It is expected that the ongoing reconstruction and expansion of Fox roads and other link roads to our area market will rekindle business vibrancy in the town after years of painful business downturn. The emphasis on infrastructural development in the commercial city is to upgrade Abia to status of other commercial centers around the world, where top-of-the-range infrastructure has been the major enabler for attraction of the needed global investment funds that support commerciality of enterprises in a continual business environment. Beyond the targets at commercial centers of the state, the roads also connect urban centers, open up villages, and reopen motorable access to small and medium-scale industrial and commercial centers in Abia and other parts of the state. The hyper value on Governor Ikpeazu's investment in infrastructural development lies in the quality of work, which, according to Honorable Ubani, is based on the concept of value for money and sustainable support for economic growth and development. Sustainable value of the infrastructure projects explains the parallel investment in comprehensive and integrated drainage system that collates all effluents at the reinvented Ifeobaram Pond, from which an underground pipeline provides conduct for treated sewage into the Abia River, popularly called riverside, into which all pool drainage is discharged. With recovery of roads almost completely delivered and channeling city drainage into floating rivers or canals through solid concrete flow conduct nearing completion, public response in applause of the governor's tall achievements in the short term have started pouring in.
Business
First-hand evidence and public testimony leave no one in doubt that the administration of Governor Ikpeazu in the past 18 months is short in time and tall in achievement. The regime also holds great promises of greater governance dividends for the people in the medium to long term.